Me and Judy have been working together in the garden, Bea. We got on real well.
I just bet you did.
I think that Doreen is capable of choosing her own friends. You can't bully everyone, Bea. Come on, honey.
Hey, my baby's gone.
You're just trying to stop me from getting my baby in here, aren't you? Well, leave me alone, you bitch. There's your chance.
You want to keep watch, will you?
Look, I told you I don't want to be involved.
Keep watch, that's all you have to do. You just keep away from Judy. She's mine. Do you hear what I said? I don't want to see you with her again. Or else.
What's going on? Has Sharon been threatening you?
Yeah, she said I had to keep away from you, that you're hers.
Well, I'll take care of that little bitch. She's had it coming to her for a long time.
I'm sorry you couldn't get to see your mother.
It's inhuman.
Well, I could still go bail for you. That way you could see your mother whenever you liked. Look after her when she gets out of hospital.
The offer's still open.
Of course it is.
With no strings attached?
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not interested in taking advantage of you? I just want to help you.
All right.
Good. I'll make an appointment for you to see Paul Reed. He can arrange everything.
She looked at me like a frightened cow. I reckon she'll be avoiding Judy like the plague from now on.
Oh, will she just? Who the hell do you think you are to threaten my friends?
At least it made you talk to me instead of just ignoring me. I knew you couldn't ignore me for too long.
I'll teach you to interfere in my life, you slut.
Oh, leave her alone! Oh, you didn't know! Leave her alone!
I got there just in time to see Latham bring a chair down on Bryant's head. Bryant was knocked unconscious.
How badly hurt is she?
I don't know. The nurse is with her now.
It's a great pity you didn't listen to my warning about keeping out of trouble, Chrissy. I had asked to see you because I had good news. The department has approved your request to have your baby with you. But now...
What do you reckon will happen, Miss Bennett?
You'll probably get solitary.
Well, I didn't bash her.
You were in it up to your neck.
She won't believe me. You go in there and tell her what happened.
That's enough, Latham.
Sharon, they won't let me have my baby. Now you tell her
Let
what
go
happened.
of her, Latham.
Oh, Sharon,
Come
please.
on.
I was only trying to help you.
Oh,
Now
it's all
tell her
right,
what
Max.
happened.
Take her back to her cell.
Okay, come on, Latham.
You wait there, Gilmore.
Sharon,
Come on.
that kid's all I've got.
I'm not impressed,
You
Latham.
tell her.
And Gilmore's got her own skin to think of.
Oh, you wouldn't be impressed, would you, you dried up old sow?
She's taking it pretty hard.
I know that, but the fact remains that Bryant has been bashed unconscious.
Yeah, but why would she do it? She knows she can lose a baby.
You were the one who found them, Mr. Fletcher.
Well, I think we should take a good look at Gilmore. I think we'll find that she started it.
Well, let's see what she has to say.
Gilmore, come in here.
Well, what happened?
They're going to take Chrissy's baby away?
That has nothing to do with you. Now, what happened?
She just lost control for a moment. She wouldn't be like that if she had a baby.
I'm waiting, Gilmore.
They just started fighting.
Over what?
Over me.
You mean you had nothing to do with it?
Judy came in. She was jealous. Told Chrissy to leave me alone. Chrissy told her to bug off, said we didn't want any trouble. They started to argue. Judy shoved her. That's when Chrissy picked up the chair, not thinking.
Do you really expect me to believe this?
It's what happened, Mrs. Davidson.
How is it, Gilmore, that whenever there's trouble, you're never to blame?
How's Judy?
At last report, unconscious. You have nothing to add?
No, I've told you everything.
As Mr. Fletcher says, Gilmore, it is remarkable that when these things happen, you are never involved. All right. I shall see Bryant. Then I will decide what I'm going to do. Mr. Fletcher, take her back to the laundry.
Mrs. Davidson, Judy, can I see her?
That will not be possible.
Come on.
Judy was out like a light when they carted her off. Someone must have hit her really hard.
Sharon or Chrissy, but why?
Oh, lover's tiff, probably, over Sharon.
Oh, surely Judy wouldn't fight over her.
You take my word for it. Oh, well, Sharon will end up in the pound, probably. I don't understand Chrissy, though. She got a lot to lose. Well, 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 now look who's here. Miss Golden Gloves herself.
Back to work, Smith.
Hey, Fletch, what's the score on Judy?
None of your business.
Is she all right?
Yeah, she'll be all right.
Well, bloody remarkable.
What was that, Smith?
Oh, no, Fletcher, I mean Mr. Fletcher.
Come on, Simpson. Mr. Reed wants to see you.
What's that all about?
Bail, I think.
Come in. Ah, Carolyn, come in, please, sit down. Well, I'm glad you've changed your mind.
I want to be able to visit Mum in hospital.
Thanks, Jim.
I'll be outside, all right?
Thank you. Well, there are one or two formalities, the most important one being accommodation.
Well, that's simple. I'll stay at home.
That's not quite good enough, I'm afraid, and it has to be approved.
Well, what's wrong with home?
Well, just look at what happened to your mother.
Oh, what's that got to do with me?
Carolyn, you will be on your own. You're under a lot of pressure. You are still awaiting trial on charges of manslaughter.
Well, where else can I go? My relations won't take the responsibility.
What about your husband?
I won't be forced to go and live with Michael.
All right. There is an alternative.
What's that?
The halfway house.
The halfway house? But
You weren't too proud once. Doreen, Lizzie, Rhonda, they were very good to you.
I know. It's just that I hadn't thought about living in a place.
Well, it won't be for too long, just up until the trial comes up. Unless you have another suggestion.
No, I haven't.
Fine. Well, I can take care of the rest of it. It's basically paperwork. Thanks, Jim. I'll let them know at the halfway house so that they'll be expecting you. Oh, Jim, do you know where Pat O'Connell is?
Well, she'd probably be in the dining room.
Oh, thanks.
Pleased to be getting out of there.
Yes, I am. Aren't we going to the laundry?
No, we're not.
Where are we going?
To your cell.
Why?
Because I thought you might like to pack. The red tape shouldn't take too long. You'll be out of here today.
Oh.
So you'll be staying at the halfway house, eh?
Yes. But don't you think it's a good idea?
Well, there's a couple of old lags there. I suppose Paul Reed knows what he's doing.
Well, you seem to think I shouldn't be on my own.
Yeah, well, look, I've got some things to do. When you finish packing, report to the laundry, okay?
I'll see you before I leave. And the bail, I'm very grateful. I'm sorry I thought what I did.
Well, I'm glad we got it sorted out.
Oh, Pat, I've been looking for you. Could I see you in my office for a couple of minutes, please?
It's nearly lunchtime.
Can't you get somebody else to do all this?
Oh, you'd have to fix it with Miss Bennett. What do you want?
It's about your children. Well, actually, it's Andrew.
What about him?
I had a call from the department. He's in trouble again. I thought you might like to go and see him.
No.
Why not?
It'd make him worse.
It doesn't necessarily follow, Pat.
Look, last time he saw me here, he ran away from home. Seeing me only upsets him.
I wish you'd reconsider.
That's the lunch bell.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to see them. In 18 months, when I'm out of here, that's when I want to see them. Until then, they'll manage.
O'Connell,
Yes, Miss Bennett.
you'll need to get another plate. Latham's in a cell. Apparently, she's not feeling well.
Well, Pat, there is something else I want to talk to you about, so I will see you later on.
No, thanks. I've decided.
B,
Yeah, what's up?
Sharon and Chrissy.
Oh, that should be worth missing lunch for.
I just heard Chrissy crying in a cell, so I went in to see what was wrong. And she said Sharon had been threatening Doreen, and when Judy told her to lay off, a fight started.
What happened?
Chrissy hit Judy with a chair.
Oh,
Now she's afraid they'll take a baby away.
I should know better. Boy, I'd really like to fix that Sharon bitch once and for all.
Oh, what's up, B?
Oh, bloody Sharon as usual. Looks like she might be responsible for Chrissy losing her baby.
Oh, yes, I know. Chrissy told me. But look, B, Sharon's had you put in isolation once. Can't you just forget her?
She's right.
There are ways and means. O'Connell, what are you doing?
Oh,
That's all right, Miss Bennett. I was just admiring the tucker. It's very nice. You cook this yourself? Into lunch, you two. O'Connell, on your way.
yes, Miss Bennett.
Well, I told Mrs. Davidson. She didn't believe me.
Oh, like how you told her. If they take my baby away, Sharon...
I told her. Anyhow, it was your own fault.
My fault? I was only trying to help you. Oh, get lost or so help me.
What are you going to do? Beat me up? Spend some more time in solitary?
You're not bloody worth it.
I told Mrs. Davidson that me and Judy were fighting and that you tried to stick up for me.
You're a liar.
All right. I told her that you and Judy were fighting. I did it for us. Your baby would have come between us, Chrissy. And I love you. I do.
Well, get this. The only thing I care about is my baby.
Hello, Chrissy. Don't give up hope yet. Here, try to eat something.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
Sharon, could I see you for a minute?
What do you want?
And bloody well stay out.
Well,
Look, I'm worried about B. She's heard about what happened.
what's she got to do with this? Where is she? Where is she? You set me up, you bitch! Where is she?
Oh, don't be stupid, Sharon. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now put that down.
What's going on? I'm bleeding.
Oh, she must have cut herself.
She tried to kill me.
Look, shut up,
She
Gilmore.
had the knife, Miss Bennett, not me.
Look, shut up, Gilmore. There's nothing wrong with you.
She tried to bloody kill me. I'm telling you. Will you keep quiet?
Look, there's nothing wrong with me. I've had much worse than this.
You've got mild concussion and your blood pressure's too high.
She said she wanted to speak to me, then she grabbed the knife.
Shut up, Gilmore. Look, she's cut her hand, sister. Give her something to calm her down. I'll take O'Connell to see the governor.
I want to see the governor.
You'll get your chance.
Sit down, please. I'll go and get my things.
I'm not impressed.
Pat O'Connell, she tried to kill me.
You seem to have survived. Have you seen the governor yet?
Yes. You're probably going to get into trouble. I didn't.
Well, what about Chrissy Latham?
You ought to be pleased with yourself. They're taking her baby away. Well, that's what you wanted, isn't it?
What did you tell them?
The truth. That you and Chrissy were fighting over me.
Sharon, now are you going to tell them what happened, or shall I?
You don't even like Chrissy Latham.
What's that got to do with it?
You just want to see me get into more trouble, don't you?
Okay. I'll tell them myself.
Take those for your blood pressure.
I would like to see Mrs. Davidson as soon as possible.
Judy!
As soon as possible, please.
I wanted to persuade her to stop causing trouble and to own up about this morning.
What happened this morning?
Well, I only know what Chrissy told me. But I believe her, Mrs. Davidson. A mother doesn't want to be separated from her child.
O'Connell's not being exactly truthful.
What do you mean, Miss Bennett?
I heard O'Connell tell Mr. Reed that she didn't want to see her own 2 children.
Oh, that's not fair, Mrs.
Did
Davidson.
you say it or not?
Well, only because I didn't want them upset.
Oh, it's perfectly obvious, Mrs. Davidson. All this talk about mothers and children, she couldn't care less. She's lying to help Latham.
That's just like you, you bitch.
O'Connell!
That's all you're good for. Hiding round corners and lying.
Are you going to stand for this, Mrs. Davidson?
That's enough, Miss Bennett. I will not have one of my officers spoken to in this way, O'Connell. You will spend the next 24 hours in solitary confinement.
I'm sorry to have phoned you, Mrs. Davidson, but Bryant has mild concussion and she was insisting on getting out of bed.
It's no trouble, sister. Well, Judy, what is it that's so important?
It's about this morning when I got hit on the head.
Oh?
Well, Sharon and I were fighting. It had nothing to do with Chrissy.
That's not what Sharon told me earlier.
I was scared, Mrs. Davidson.
How am I to know that you're not scared now?
Honest, Mrs. Davidson. It was an argument. It just got out of hand.
It won't happen again.
Well, whilst we're being so honest, what happened to Pat O'Connell?
I thought she was after me, but I guess I was wrong.
I see. In view of your honesty, Judy, I'm going to give you another chance, but you will not be warned again. As for you, Gilmore, you've had several chances. All your privileges will be stopped for 2 weeks.
Mrs. Davidson, what about Chrissy Latham?
What about Chrissy Latham?
Well, it doesn't seem fair her losing the baby and everything, especially since I got off.
Latham is no concern of yours, Bryant.
Solitary confinement means solitary confinement, not pleasant little chats with the social worker.
Would you show her in, please, Miss Bennett?
I'll tell the governor about this.
By all means.
Inside, O'Connell. I'll be outside.
Well, Pat, I hear you've had a bit of a run-in with Miss Bennett. I can't promise anything, but I'll have a talk to Mrs. Davidson.
Don't bother.
I will anyway. Look, sit down, huh? There is something else I want to discuss with you, Pat. Your sentence. Now, I think that if we appeal, we can have it reduced.
I'm not interested.
Now, why not?
Mr. Reed, I don't want to get my hopes up all over again. I've got 18 months to go. I'll serve them, then that'll be the end of it.
That doesn't make sense, Pat. All you have to do is give me your permission. If we don't win, then what have we lost?
Can I go now?
Miss Bennett?
Come on, O'Connell. Lift your feet.
Yes.
Oh, Mrs. Davidson, may I?
Of course.
Thank you. Pat O'Connell.
She was insubordinate to Miss Bennett in front of me.
Oh, without provocation.
I had no alternative.
Look, I'm more concerned about the effect that this is going to have on O'Connell.
How do you mean?
Well, her children, when she gets out of here, they're going to need love and affection. She may be too bitter to give it.
Do you have any suggestions?
Yes, another trial, with the possibility of a reduction in sentence.
Oh.
I've spoken to legal aid and to her solicitor, Carmel Saunders. There are several grounds on which we could base an appeal.
And how does O'Connell feel about this?
She's not terribly interested, but I can work on her.
I'm sure you will. Is there anything else?
Yes, there is. Chrissy Latham.
I wondered how long it would be before you mentioned that.
Look, I know this is a hard one. She does have a record of violence, but since being a mother, she has improved.
Until today.
Under fairly trying circumstances.
Well, I have to think of the baby, too. She must not be placed in any danger. If there is trouble and the baby is hurt, I'm the one who is responsible. Excuse me. Hello? Yes. Thank you. Karen Simpson's bail procedures are ready. She can leave this afternoon.
Oh, good. Well, I'll drop her off at the halfway house on my way home.
I'll let you know about Chrissy Latham.
Thank you.
Nearly time for muster. I went to Mrs. Davidson, told her the truth about this morning. Cost me 2 weeks' privileges. But she might let you keep the baby. Honest, Chrissy. Can't we be friends?
You're a bloody liar.
Well, well, well.
Miss Bennett will be here in a minute.
Oh, got herself a puppy dog, has she? Well, you never mind, lovey. There are plenty of dark nights in here.
Don't know what you're picking on me for. I went to Mrs. Davidson, told her the truth. Cost me 2 weeks' privileges, too.
You wouldn't lie straight in bed.
All right, Gilmore, on your feet. Come on. Andrews, Barnes, Doolan, Gilmore, Latham, Simpson, Smith. Barnes and Doolan report to the dining room. You're on 2 weeks' loss of privileges. Stay in your cell. The rest of you, the recreation room.
Just a moment, please, Miss Bennett. Latham's to see the governor.
Do you know what it's about?
I've no idea. Simpson, your bail's been approved. Report to reception and collect your things.
So I have decided to give you a chance. You can keep the baby for the moment. But I must add that I do have misgivings after this morning.
I won't let you down, Mrs. Davidson. Having Elizabeth will make all the difference in the world.
You will be notified as soon as Elizabeth is cleared by the department.
How long do you think it'll take?
Not long. I've asked them to expedite it.
Thanks ever so much, Mrs. Davidson.
The afternoon's gone so slowly, I still can't believe I'm getting out.
Give me that. I'll hang it in the car
Oh,
for you.
thanks. Well, I suppose I'm sort of in your custody, aren't I? Don't worry, I won't abscond before the trial.
Oh, I'm not worried. I'll see you later, eh?
Thanks, Mr. Fletcher.
Here's your tea. You sure you won't have a cup, Mr. Reed?
No, thanks, Rhonda. I have to be getting back. You have any problems, you call me, okay?
Thank you.
I'll see you out.
No, it's all right. I can find my own way.
Well, what do you think of the place?
Oh, it's very nice.
Well, it's a bit better than that prison, eh?
Rhonda, I want to thank you for giving evidence for me.
You've already done that.
I just want you to know how much I appreciate it.
You just have your tea.
I'm looking forward to seeing Lizzie again.
You don't have to kid to me. Lizzie's a bloody old menace. That's the trouble with prison. She picked up more tricks inside than you can poke a stick at. I'm at my wit's end with the smuggling grog in all the time.
With Doreen back inside, I suppose that's upset her too.
Yes, I suppose so. She just goes out every day and comes back drunk. Now she's talking about wanting to get back into Wentworth. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with her.
Last time I was here, never thought I'd be a resident.
Perhaps if I'd let you stay, you wouldn't have been.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't
It's all
mean-
right. I just hope there's no bad feelings.
Oh, of course not. Look, can I do something about dinner?
We all look after ourselves here. I'll show you the ropes later.
Well, perhaps I can cook something for the two of us.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, but I've got to go out in a minute. Just landed this new cleaning job, 6 till 10.
Tonight?
You'll be all right. Everyone's nervous at first.
I'll be fine.
Back and front doors are kept locked. And if Lizzie comes home drunk, just send her to bed. Now, come on, I'll show you around.
Jim, can't keep away from the place, eh?
Oh, I've got a couple of things I want to catch up on.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
Well, nothing's up. I want to see B. Smith about a project I'm going to put up to Mrs. Davidson first thing in the morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how does the idea of a Wentworth theatre group sound to you?
What sort of theatre?
Well, you know, plays, that sort of stuff. It's working very well in the male prisons.
Well, anything keeps them out of trouble. I'm all for it.
Yeah, well, as long as I can get B. Smith behind me.
Aren't you giving her a little bit too much credit?
Why?
I mean, she's a prisoner. We run this place, not her.
Yeah, but you must admit she has a lot of sway with the women. If I don't get her on side, I'm in all kinds of trouble. Look, don't worry. I'm aware of your problems, and I've got my eyes open.
Paul. Mrs. Simpson, she arrive all right?
Yeah, she's fine. She's all settled in.
Good.
I hope this is worth it. That was Butch Cassidy I was watching on TV.
Sit down, B.
Listen, what's happened to Pat? She's just disappeared.
She's in the pound for 24 hours.
What?
Apparently she had a run-in with Miss Bennett.
Oh, bloody Vera.
Listen, B, I'm hoping to get some theatrical activities going here. Plays, that sort of thing.
You've had us cutting out moccasins like good little girls for the last couple of weeks, and now you want us to play dress-ups?
Well, I thought that some of the women might find theatre more rewarding.
Yeah, well, I should bloody well hope so. I reckon handicrafts have had the gong.
Yes, well, you could say that, yeah.
At least you know where to come when you want something.
Then you will help me to get the women interested?
Oh, sure, of course. It is going to cost you something, though.
How do you mean?
Well, I need something to persuade the girls.
Such as?
Such as this place over the last couple of months. Bloody security gates everywhere. You can't even go to the dunny without half a dozen screws chasing you, and it's upsetting the girls.
B, you know perfectly well that I do not have the authority to open security gates.
Well, you must pull some weight with Mrs. Davidson, or you ought to, anyway. And if I could show the girls that things were getting back to normal...
Oh, yes, it would certainly lift your stocks, wouldn't it?
None of us is perfect, Mr. Reed. What do you reckon?
I'll have a talk to Mrs. Davidson.
Then I'll have a talk to the girls.
Good, good. And remember one thing, B, if this project doesn't get off the ground, the only ones who will suffer will be you and your girls.
Is that you, Lizzie? Lizzie? Lizzie?
I just thought I'd call in and say hello in circumstances a little bit more pleasant than a prison. You're a bundle of nerves, aren't you? You sure you're okay?
Rhonda says it's usual first night out.
Well, I won't stay long. I should have let you settle in before coming around anyway.
No, it's all right. I phoned Mum from the milk bar. She's feeling better. I'm going to see her tomorrow. I suppose I should have gone tonight, but I don't know. I just couldn't cope with the sudden change.
Well, of course, I'm amazed that someone like Lizzie can cope at all.
I'm expecting her any moment, actually.
You are nervous, aren't you? Look, I'll go.
No, please stay. I've got to get over this. Besides, it's not the same talking to you here. Finish your coffee.
How do you like it here?
Well, it's certainly different to anywhere I've lived before. Michael always said I had lavish tastes. If he could see me now.
You haven't heard from him recently?
No. He doesn't even know I'm out.
And you're not going to tell him? Look, if there's anything that you need, anything at all, you just let me know, okay?
Thanks.
What's Rhonda like?
She's very nice. Lizzie's driving her crazy, you know, since Doreen. It hasn't been easy for Lizzie.
Look, I'll go. You let me know how your mother is, okay?
Well, I'll call you after I've seen her tomorrow.
Good, good. I'll let myself
Oh,
out.
no. I want to check that the door's locked.
With a bit of luck, the approval will come through today. so I want to be ready. Would you like this? Well, what with all my baby clothes and stuff, I probably won't have room.
I don't want your leftovers.
I'll give it to someone else then.
If you want to give me something you care about. You don't give a bugger about what happened between us, do you?
This ain't much, but I've always liked it.
Well, well, well. So today's the big day, eh?
Yeah. Dave hasn't said when, but I'm hoping.
Always keep these doors locked?
Yeah, but don't worry, love. I'm working on it.
You all packed and ready?
Oh, yeah. They just got to say the word.
Wonder what it was that made Mrs. Davidson change her mind.
Sharon told her what really happened yesterday. Must have helped.
You mean Sharon did what she should have done in the first place?
Come on, Bee. She did the right thing in the long run.
I beg your pardon?
All right, let's go.
Got a spare bed in your cell now, eh, Sharon? Surprised to see you sticking up for Sharon.
I'm not sticking up for Sharon. It's just the way Bee goes on all the time.
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll look after you, huh?
What did you have in mind?
I've already put out a few feelers and got a certain response from the women. What I'd like to do now is bring in a touring theatrical group to put on a play, and I'm sure it'll generate some interest.
Well, it does create a security problem. Oh. Very well. Make the arrangements, but we'll have to have strict security. Was there anything else?
Yes, Judy Bryant and Sharon Gilmore. I think that they ought to be moved in together.
Well, I don't often borrow phrases from Miss Bennett, but this is not a motel.
Mrs. Davidson, Judy Bryant has had herself arrested so that she can be with Sharon. Until they are together, I'm sure we're in for trouble.
That may be, but our job is to run a prison, not to expedite the love life of Judy Bryant.
Yeah, but surely the real issue is the overall welfare of the women. Now, you must agree that Judy Bryant has a certain influence over Sharon. And what about Doreen Anderson? She's very unstable at the moment, and she's becoming quite close to Judy.
I am aware of that.
Now, Doreen is very mixed up about her association with Kevin. If she gets emotionally involved with Judy, she could end that association once and for all. And where does that leave her when she gets out? Now, might I suggest that we give it a trial period? Say 2 weeks? If it doesn't work out, we can always split them up.
Oh, geez, I don't know.
What's up?
Oh, that halfway house. It's a real hard place to relax in. For me, anyhow. There's got to be some place better than this.
Of course there is.
Yeah, well, why do I get so scared stiff whenever I get out?
Takes time to adjust, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Honest, Judy. When I get out the next time, things are going to be real different. I mean, a bloody stupid thing like pinching grog. And just when everything was going really good. Kevin, he was nice. You know? Real nice. And he said he'd wait for me. Do you reckon he will?
Oh, probably, Doreen. Anyway, you know him better than I do.
Yeah. Maybe he will. Then we could get together just like an ordinary couple and have a family of our own. I'd like a couple of kids. Oh, no, maybe 3.
You'll be shifting dormitories. As soon as Chrissy goes to maternity, you'll be moving in with Gilmore.
Have you any idea when that'll be?
Possibly this afternoon.
As soon as that, huh?
I'm real pleased for you. It's probably what Sharon wants too. Although some people in this world, they don't know what they really want. Sharon's like that.
Think so?
Yeah. But why don't you do something for her, real special, you know? A present or something. Wonky Warner, that was this girl Lynn who used to be in here. Well, Wonk did this pot plant for me. It was real nice.
Oh, that's a lovely idea.
Yeah, well, I could show you how to do it if you like.
I'd appreciate that, Doreen.
Yeah, well, I reckon I better do some work now.
just opened the box and there they were.
That bloody Lizzie.
Well, it might be someone else.
Oh, it's Lizzie, all right. She never thinks what harm this could do the halfway house. She never thinks of anything but her bloody self.
But she wouldn't use half of this stuff. Why would she steal it?
Why would Lizzie do anything? All I know, she's a permanent headache. She'd be better off back inside.
Oh, you don't mean that.
If the police hit this place with a search warrant, how am I going to explain this stuff? They could close us down.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, what can I do? Call the police. That way, at least this place is in the clear.
But you can't. Lizzie spent 20 years in jail, wrongfully as it turns out.
That's the law's fault, not ours.
Look, she's already had one chance and she got out. They won't let her off again.
You think I enjoy sending anybody back inside? I've been there myself. I know what it's like. But think about those women coming out. Women who need this place.
Well, can't we get rid of the stuff? You know, dump it somewhere.
What happens if we get caught with it? Possession of stolen goods. You'll do your bail money flat and be back inside, and I'll be in there with you. Is that what you want?
Your credit card, Mrs. Ward. Code's being racked. It'll be ready in a minute. Now, madam.
Nice, isn't it? Genuine mink. Bet you wish you had one like this.
I do, madam.
What? A counter jobber like you? I bet yours is only rabbit. Yeah. Always fancied myself one of these. Can't make up my mind, though. Let me think about it for a minute or two.
Certainly, madam. That lady over there's paid. I'll be back in a minute.
How's your head?
All right. What?
The way Bee's been glaring at you, I thought you might have had a bleeding great hole in the back of it by now.
Well, look who's here, the gardeners. What are you doing here? This Bill hasn't gone yet.
Mrs. Knox said we could. It's nearly buy-up time.
Oh, yeah. What's this?
It's a present. It's for you, Chrissy.
Me? Oh, what for?
Well, it's a sort of going-away present. It's not just for me, it's from all the women.
Thanks. Oh, God, I'm only going up to maternity. Anyone think I was getting out or something? Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely, thanks a lot.
Now, where did you get your hands on that? It's supposed to be for Reed's craft shop.
Yeah, I know. I went to see him and said that we wanted something for Chrissy to give to the bub.
Oh, fair enough. I suppose the poor little thing's going to need something to hang on to. Its mum's not going to be around too much.
Oh, you're wrong there, Bee. Now I've got Elizabeth. It's going to be straight down the line for me. I know I've only got her for 12 months, but with a bit of luck, I might be getting out of here before she's old enough to forget about me.
Yeah, at least you'll have her for a little while. I never even knew mine.
Better not to know them at all than watch them grow up and end up in the same heap as us. You chase around after them for 16 years. Blow their noses, dry their tears, denim on their feet. And then some animal of a dope peddler gets them. And a couple of months later, you don't even recognise your own kid.
It's not going to happen with Elizabeth and me. We're going to be so close.
Come on, ladies, to the rec room if you want your supplies. Yay.
Oh, right. Doreen. Thanks ever so much for the present. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it wasn't much.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Thanks. Fruit, lollies, biscuits, fags. Oh, could I have another packet of biscuits, please, just in case?
In case of what, Doreen?
In case I run out.
Doreen, you've got enough biscuits there to last a month.
Oh, yeah, but this is what I used to always get.
Yeah, but you've forgotten, love. Lizzie isn't here anymore to pinch 'em.
Oh, look, I made a mistake with this lot. Do you reckon I could swap them for some fags?
What for? You've given up.
Chrissy?
Yes, Mrs. Jackson?
You wanted in reception.
Is it Elizabeth? She's here. Can we go right now, Mrs. Jackson?
Oh, we have a look at those two. Boy, if you knew their history.
Well, motherhood seems to agree with Chrissy.
Yeah, you know, I'm beginning to long for the day when things were normal. And Chrissy could be relied on to be nasty.
It's all packed and ready. It's just a matter of grabbing it. Sharon! Sharon? Oh, you asleep?
Not now.
Oh, I'm sorry, but listen. She's here. Elizabeth.
Great.
I've just got to get all my stuff, and then I'll be going straight to maternity. So, well, thanks for everything.
Any time?
Look, I got you something. Something to go with that lighter.
Thanks.
You okay?
Oh, yeah, sure. Just being stuck in here on your own all the time.
Oh, it's better than being stuck in solitary.
You reckon?
Well, I'll see you later then.
Yeah, see you.
Oh, come along, Chrissy.
Yeah, right away, Mrs. Jackson. Ta-da.
Seems funny, Chrissy being a mother, eh?
Oh, I don't know. She had enough groundwork. It had to happen.
Yeah, but fancy her getting caught. I had a kid, you know, when I was 16. She'd be 7 now. Gee, I wonder what she's like.
Did you have her adopted?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't handle it. You know, being 16 and all that. And I wasn't very together at all. Mind you, when I see people like Chrissy having babies and keeping them...
Don't you worry, love. You'll have dozens when you get out.
Oh, who with? I told Kevin to get lost, didn't I?
Kevin will wait for you, you twit. You just need to encourage him a bit.
Have you got kids, B?
Yeah,
Boys or girls?
just one, a girl. Yeah, girl called Debbie.
Oh, Chrissy, isn't she beautiful?
Look at that.
Yeah, she's not bad for a first attempt, is she?
She's tiny.
Oh, I know, but you should have seen her when she was first born. She's doubled her weight. She was real scrawny then.
Does she look like her father?
She looks like all of them.
Come on, Chrissy, we better move you into your new home.
Bye-bye, kid. Good luck.
Bye, Chrissy.
Bye-bye, love. Bye.
Oh, what do you know? Looks like Latham might be human after all.
Well? Oh, good day, Rhonda. Well, what?
Are they yours?
As a matter of fact, they are.
And that fur coat. I suppose you pinched that, too.
As a matter of fact, I did. From right under their bloody noses. Do you like it?
I have had it, Lizzie.
And so have I. Searching through my things when I'm not here. It's not right.
You've got no bloody shame, have you? You don't give a damn about this halfway house or me or anyone else. All you're worried about is nicking things.
That's right.
Well, that's it. The cops are calling in. All I said was I wanted to discuss a problem, but as far as I'm concerned, they can have you.
Do you mean you shopped a mate to the law?
That's right.
That's the lowest thing I ever heard.
You asked for it, Lizzie.
Hey, wait a minute. Do you mean the cops are coming here? Rhonda, you're terrific. That means I'm going back to Wentworth.